Well, howdy, 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 Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, a brand new sunny day. I don't know why I had to show the sun. My apologies. We're on Ravenna Trail at the moment, and then we're going to do some railroad track walking. It is about 8 o'clock in the morning-ish. I started recording my vlog normally at about 7 o'clock. About 10 minutes into it, now I have mentioned before how there are explosions just about every single day in town where a transformer blows up. Well, 10 minutes into my vlog, there's a huge explosion and the power in the house goes out. So this time it was our house. Now I don't have a phone, so I'm reliant on my housemates. So hopefully my housemates are actually going to call the PUD, because Public Utilities Department, because we are on a weird circuit where they can't always find where the break is. In fact, we had to call them up and argue with them before when they said there's no power break anywhere, and we said our house is out of power. And then they came in, found where it was, dug it up and repaired it. So my housemates are also the kind of people that don't always like to make calls. Well, this is bad. Look at this. You can see that there's the sun back there, but there's a fallen tree and it's resting right on those lines. I mean, resting, full power. Huh. How about that? That's probably not a good thing. They should probably be told about that. Well, but anyway, I'm hoping that the power is going to come back on soon. And I think my lens is dirty because of all those like lens flares and such. Probably a filthy lens on the front of this thing. I need to clean it. But anyway though, because the power's out, I'm out for a walk. And so this is the Ravenna Trail. Here's the Ravenna Ravine, I guess you would call it. It is a pretty deep pit. I mean, there's like trees that are, inside of it down there. It's kind of a distance to fall. So, it's only a couple blocks to walk from where it is to where it comes out, but you do climb about 125 feet from the beginning of the trail to the end, so it is quite a thing. And that is the ivy and stuff is coming in pretty hard. You can't even see the real bottom all that well. You can see how it's underneath all in there. Yeah, don't fall down. Death. Not because of the greenery, but just because it's a long way to fall. And this here, I've mentioned this used to be buried in the ground from there and then down to here. And inside of it was a pipe that would run the water so that it wouldn't erode this area. But people pulled out the pipe and now it's just filled with dirt and, well, as we can see, if I can get any closer to the edge without risking too much of my falling to my death. Whee! Boy, I don't like that idea, because if I do slide, then that's it. Okay, well, that's dangerous, so I'd like to show you more, but life is life. Oh, look at that, down there, from this angle. There's a big old fungus thing growing off the side of that. Cool. Thumbs up. See, there's nature out here. How weird. How bizarre. And then that cable runs over here to this tree. They have done some work and repair on it, but if you take a look at it, I mean, it's not a tree, it's a pole. But that's where it hangs on to that. That thing was falling over a couple of years back. So I guess they do some work in here periodically. They need to fix that fallen thing back up there. Well, when we get down to the bottom, I mean, none of these work. This is another one of those that was supposed to have a pipe and then try to keep the erosion. But I don't think the odds are good that the pipes are still in them. Oh well. Still, I mean, it's a nice bit of nature to walk. It's a good little trail, a good little path. That's a good deal. And then it comes out, we're still in southern Shelton, but we're at the very base of southern Shelton, between southern Shelton and just normal downtown Shelton. So, and then here's where it pits here. And I guess the way this pipe is, see, again, you don't want to fall. Death. No. Death. That's like a 10-foot pit, or 15 by where I am, and enough that you could get badly hurt. But I guess it's supposed to like fill up, and then if it does, it hits that. But by the time it hits that, it's gonna be pouring out like everywhere around it, so I don't know. Because it certainly isn't gonna pour from that way up to here. Seems kind of weird. A little suspect, if you ask me. Luckily, no one's asking me. Thumbs up for that. Is it a thumbs up though? Well, as stated, I had been through like 10 minutes of my normal 20-minute vlog, so I have no ideas that the power is going to be on when I get back, and hopefully my housemates aren't just leaving without calling. So I don't know when you're going to see this, but I'm going to find the tracks and we're going to follow them backwards, so I will see you at that point. And howdy, here we are at the Welcome to Historic Downtown Shelton with all of these various things. And there's cars, so my apologies. But one of the things that I usually do is walk from downtown through the tracks to the end, or close to the end. So what I thought I'd do this time is start at the end and walk toward the front. Not really the front, but closer toward the plant. There used to be like railroad stuff back there, but it's closed. The tracks don't have trains on them. So there's no more trains up there. Train cars. They used to park train cars up there all the time. Because they could, I guess. Litter. Let's see, anyone coming? No. Alright. So we continue walking the historic trails of downtown Shelton. Yeah, so yeah, I'm pretty pleased that the power is out at my home. So I'm hoping that it's going to be back soon. Now right here, this sort of cuts off an area that I don't know if the part over there that's fenced in belongs to a private residence or is, you know, like a sink for water and flooding, or if it belongs to like over here or what. But I can see why there's, you know, people that wouldn't want to really claim this area back here as, you know, part of their own. But still, it's a nice area. Now when I get up closer to here, well, there is a point. So I'm gonna have to turn off the camera and make like a 7-block, broken glass. Make a 7-block, like 10-minute detour because of the creek that passes through the middle up here. It makes it exceptionally difficult to go like crossing over. You can, I just have fear. What the heck? Oh, a chunk of concrete. Yay. Now this road up here does technically go further, and then I could take a dead end out. But there's dogs and there's people, and it does say no trespassing on railroad property. So even though it's just a track, I'm not going to worry about that. So I will check back with you as soon as I'm back on the section of track that's track. And of course, if I had followed the track on that end, I would have passed over this trestle. But I'm a coward enough that I didn't do that. Now, I imagine lots of people still do, because as you can see, this is a well-walked path along this section of the track. And I see people walk along here all the time. So I would say that people walk over that section of trestle all the time. I'm just a coward, and I'm afraid to do it. I admit it. What can I say? I'm hoping that my power has gone on. So, fingers crossed. Best as I can cross them at this, like without assistance. Here is hoping. If not, I mean, like I say, I don't have a phone, so I can only hope that my housemates can be, well, first if they're there, because they were planning on going fishing today. So if they're there, that I can convince them to make a phone call. And if they're not, hopefully I can have the call from the neighbors or some such, since I have no cell. Now, of course, when we cross the road here, this is when it starts splitting again, and this is where it splits. What they used to do is just park the cars along here, because they all end up at a plant. This was not a railroad track for, you know, passengers. This was just purely for bringing stuff in and out of the plant that was down here on the beachfront, quote unquote. And now they just, well, it's easier, I guess, to maintain them than to tear them up, I guess. But yeah, so that's why this one just keeps up straight, and then, you know, it splits into two, and then the two split into three. What I sort of wanted to do was do a little bit more of, I'm going to zoom this in some, because of the stuff that's happening around and with the tracks, and not so much just the actual path itself, even though they're still doing things. I mean, take a look at this paintwork. And I do not know what's going on with that, but something is still happening. Just like they've kept these things brightly working and colored. But I've mentioned before that the path to walk is just absolutely terrible. And it is, because it's not even or straight, you know, like right here, you kind of want to like walk on either side. No deer out here this morning. I walked across here last night and there were some deer, so I carefully aimed myself away from them to not scare them too much. And here is where it splits. Now, they don't keep this stuff up every single year. It's going to be like this, and it's going to grow, because some of the things that they took down have left behind stumps that I have stumbled over and nearly killed myself on. Like this one right here. That's a killer. Excuse me. It is not the Kofefe bug. I smoked 3 pre-rolls so far, and I have a cannabis cough. You know, but they keep stuff stacked around and all. Remember to zoom in a little bit. But here's the pathing and all the such, but I don't like to show too much of the outside areas, because there's a lot of residential stuff around, and I don't like to show residential areas because, hey, I wouldn't be too happy if some person just started filming my house for no good reason. But the stuff that's out in areas like this, yeah, I'll record, and record happily. My battery has gone to halfway empty, because you do have to be careful. You will find campsites and such like that. There's broken glass, broken bottles. There's just, it's garbage and trashed. I mean, it's still nice, and like I say, it's dangerous. Nice drop there. And it's not like it's any better up here, because these are all falling apart with huge gaps. You know, you can roll your ankle easily on these things. So you gotta watch what you're doing. But, you know, people, trees, that one's grown up in the time since. I mean, in here, these are all, I mentioned there, a good 5-inch drop on each one of these. Well, not 5 inches here. Hey, broken glass. But they're a good drop if you're not careful. So you gotta watch yourself. I have almost taken tumbles, bad ones, hitting my feet on stuff. And then up here, I mean, there's stuff, bother and tangles everywhere. And as I walk carefully, one thing I still like to do, even though it's dangerous, is try to walk on these things. I say dangerous only because I can't walk on them all that well. I'm not good at keeping my balance. And of course, here I talk about it's so dangerous to fall, you know, because you're going to hurt yourself. And what am I doing? I'm actually doing a pretty good job here. Aside from the tangle in the weeds. Oh no. Oh no, is it lost? No. Nope, that's it. Well, that is dangerous, especially since it's like, if I fall off that, then it's huge fall down into here. I cracked my skull open, so. And stuff. Walk further over this way. There's a person up there, and I do not wish to invade privacy. And there's things like this. Nice and safe. Oh yes, just stuff all over. Nice part about it, of course, is it goes up right next to the park. As you try not to die on the stuff down here, because it's such a wellspring of cleanliness. That's not exactly the word I'm looking for, but still, there you go. And so you just want to be careful, because there are things with nails. You don't want to step on nails. Stuff like that. So, I mean, it's nice out here. I mean, it's nice. It is honestly nice out here. Do not let me tell you, by showing you all the stuff that's on the tracks, don't let me try and tell you that it's not nice, because this is a beautiful area. I mean, it's beautiful things. There's not just things like that. There's things like that. It's nice. It's a nice, beautiful area, lots of greenery. Amidst, yes, things that are not green, but life finds a way. Even though this stuff is dangerous to walk on because it's just falling apart entirely. Yay. You gotta risk your life and your limb just for your art, and your art is going out for walks. So, yeah. You gotta be safe, you gotta be careful as best you can. This is like an obstacle course. And yes, my apologies to everybody that I do not have a normal vlog today. Hopefully the power is back, and hopefully you know by the time you've seen this, whether the power is on or off or such. back in my house, because this will have gone live when I get power. So, yay. Or go public when I get power. So, yay. Now these, I don't understand the purpose of these. Because it's like they're locks? But, oh, maybe they are. I thought they were like locks to keep, you know, trains off, but maybe they're to lock these into position so you can't move them. Huh. Well, I don't know, because this one doesn't have anything like that. I don't know what they are, but they have them. You know, son of a gun. Now we get loud, my apologies. And all the tracks are coming together here. From 4 to 3 to 2 to 1. Condensing into the singularity of track. All the realities coming down into one. And it's still dangerous for me to not look at my feet while I'm walking. They aren't huge, but they're big enough gaps. So gotta be careful. But after I get to the end here, because here's the part, after I get to the end, I'm going to walk home, and hopefully there's gonna be, good Lord, it's like a 6-inch drop there. And hopefully I got power, and if not, hopefully I can convince my housemates to call the power company. So, thumbs up on that. Oh, the singularity continues to condense. And boom, back to one track. And civilization once more. Civilization in the form of vehicles and such. But thank you very much for coming along with me on this journey of exploration. It is greatly appreciated. I imagine if the power's out, this will probably not be the end. This will probably just be the beginning, because I'll have to head out to keep from dying from boredom. But until that point, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend. And that is a very good thing.